Hey guys, it's taken forever, but it's finally here. I'm going to be ranking all 17 characters in Scream 7 from the worst to the best. This is all the characters that had a picture in the credits at the end. I will be grouping Mrs. Loomis, Dewey, Roman, and Stu all together in one. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. All right, in last place is going to be George Willis, I think is his name. He is Tatum's theater teacher, and he's just barely in the movie. Like, he's not really even in it at all. I didn't enjoy the character. I thought he was mean to those kids, and honestly, I was hoping to see a kill scene with him. But I'm actually kind of glad they didn't, because that would have given us more of him in the movie. Did not like this character at all. Couldn't stand him. Just didn't want anything to do with him. This is like bottom of the barrel. This is the only character in the movie that I did not like. Also, I don't know anything about that actor. I've never even heard of him. I haven't seen him in anything else. I don't know who he is. And I just didn't like the character, so in last place is going to be George Willis. In 16th place, we have Robbie Rivers, which is the other reporter other than Gale. And look at this shirt. That's cool. I like this shirt. But he's also barely in the movie. I think that with when you have somebody in a Scream movie, you need to either kill them off or have them at least have a character. Really, and he didn't have a character. He wasn't killed off. Literally, the only reason that he's here is for Gale to have somebody to fight with. And I think that she and Sydney did that perfectly fine in the first two, or the first three, I guess. And they didn't really need somebody for 4, 5, or 6, or I guess 4, 5, or 7. Yeah, he's just barely in it. He's only there for conflict with Gale. So that's why he's going to be in 16th place, Robbie Rivers. In 15th place is going to be Chloe. She is the friend that when Braylon and I did the podcast about it, the one that I forgot the name of, that's her. And that is how forgettable she is. She's in the movie a lot, but she doesn't really have a character to her. And I don't know. I loved her kill scene. Like, I loved how graphic it was and how original for the franchise it was. But I just wish that she had more of a character to her than that. Because literally all she is that she's Tatum's friend and her parents own, like, a tavern. And that's all that we know about her when she dies. And that she has a thing for Lucas. But yeah, not a very solid character. And again, this is coming from somebody that has loved this franchise since I was about a year old. So the past 21 years, I have loved this series. She is the most forgettable character in the entire franchise, other than maybe Charlie. So yeah, 15th place is going to be Chloe. In 14th place is going to be Scott. He is the one from the cold open. I loved this cold open. Like, this is getting into the characters that I really liked, that I enjoyed. So, like, there's no hate going to any of these people. I loved this cold open. I liked that Scott is probably one of my favorite openings of the franchise. It is the most brutal, I think, other than maybe Tara in 5. But yeah, he just, I don't know. I think if he was in the movie more, that I would like him more. But, you know, I also could get annoyed by him very fast, I think. So, I'm kind of glad that he was just the opening kill. And that's, him and Madison, I liked their chemistry together. But, yeah, 14th place is going to be Scott. In 13th place, and sticking with the cold open, it is going to be Madison. She is Scott's girlfriend, and she's also the cold open kill alongside him. I loved her kill even more than his. I like that she fought back. I liked when she fell and he just went up like that with the knife. I thought that was one of the most smooth kills I've ever seen in this franchise. The fact that he burns her alive after she had just talked about she couldn't imagine dying that way. I loved that he burns that Ghostface burns down Stu Macher's house in this one, something that no other Ghostface has even thought to do. I think that this specific Scream movie could have done a lot better with its opening, but I also thought that it was one of the best openings of the franchise. I'm just not. Sometimes I will find myself skipping through the cold open. But, yeah, 13th place is going to be Madison. In 12th place, we're going to have all of the killers past. That is Mrs. Loomis, Stu, Roman, and I'm going to go ahead and throw Dewey in there. All of the AI videos. This was originally going to be higher on the list, but after rewatching it, I was like, I don't too much care for AI. And so, I did love seeing them back in this movie, even if it was just for a little bit. But I think they could have done a lot better with the reasoning for why Stu was back. And I don't think that they needed everybody to be back like that. I don't think they needed Dewey back after killing him. They should have just kept him in the first place, really. They definitely didn't need Mrs. Loomis back or Roman. I think that they just used that as a cash grab to get people to come and see the movie. And, basically, look, Matthew Lillard's back, Scott Foley's back, Dewey's back, Mrs. Loomis, everybody's back. And that's what gets people to go and see it. I think that was the only point of having all these characters back. So that's why they're going to be in 12th place. Is going to be Roman, Stu, Mrs. Loomis, and Dewey. In 11th place is going to be Marco. He is the first Ghostface to be revealed. Yeah, I cannot stand this character. I think that he is either the weakest or the second weakest Ghostface of the franchise. It's between him and Charlie to be the weakest of the franchise. I don't think that he should have been the killer because he's only in one scene. You only see him all of maybe 5 minutes before he's revealed, and then he gets 4 lines, if that, of dialogue after he's revealed. So to me, that read like they're running out of ideas. So they just picked this one guy, plucked him out from where he originally was, and was like, we'll just make him Ghostface. We'll keep moving on. And for how much higher up his fellow Ghostface is in this ranking, I was really disappointed in him. Because I didn't even recognize him when he first took off the mask. So yeah, in 11th place is going to be Marco. In 10th place, we're going to have Lucas. I'm honestly surprised that he's as high up on the list. I didn't even really remember him until I was rewatching it for the 3rd time. Because I saw it in theaters twice, and I saw it at home once so far. He's just, I don't know. He's interesting enough, but he's just not he's not memorable. He's not somebody that you look back on this movie and you're like, oh yeah, Lucas, the creepy guy that's obsessed with horror movies. And normally with a Scream movie, you can do that. But with him, I think he was underused. And that's why he kind of flew under my radar more, because he was so underused that I was expecting him to be Ghostface. And really, I think they could have done a lot better with him if he was Ghostface. But yeah, that brought him all the way down. No, the 10th place is going to be Lucas. In 9th place, we're going to have Ben. He is Tatum's boyfriend. Really, I think he would have been a lot better as Ghostface as well than Marco would have been. I've gotten to the point where, I think anybody could be a better Ghostface than Marco that was in this movie. I think Sidney would have been a better Ghostface than Marco. I just think that Ben is probably the weakest boyfriend character of the franchise so far. Just because he's underused and like he's just not as much present as the other characters in this movie. But yeah, he's just not he's not memorable. He's just kind of just there. And so, in a Scream film, I don't think that's a very good idea. So that brings him down to 9th place. It's going to be Ben. Moving on. In 8th place, we're going to have Mark. He is Sidney's husband. This character is absolutely useless. Everything from him trying to fight off Ghostface during the house attack, where he literally just gets a little shove and falls down the stairs and almost breaks his neck, getting knocked out, all the way up to right at the end, he's just barely sitting there cutting her free, which really, I'm surprised that he didn't die from that attack. I think they could have done a lot better with it. I wish that they could have gotten Patrick Dempsey back to be Kincaid. I think he would have been a lot better than Joel McHale, or whatever his name is. I don't know. That is his name, I'm pretty sure. But Mark Evans. I think we could have gotten a lot better out of Kincaid. He is absolutely useless. He gets stabbed like 5 times and still survives. I don't know how, but honestly, I was kind of hoping that he didn't make it through and that we could have gotten somebody new for the next one. But yeah, 8th place is going to be Mark Evans. In 7th place, we're going to have Gale Weathers. Most of y'all know that I'm not a big fan of Gale Weathers. Never have been. I don't think I ever will be. She did her most. I think she changed the most between 6 and 7. Just because of the fact that like now she's a little bit older. She and Sidney are actually close now, which I think they were pretty close in 5, and they were close enough in 4. But I think this one really brings it forward and lets you get more of Sidney and Gale together, which brought both of them up a little bit for me actually in the series. And I actually liked the twins more in this one, and I liked this one a lot more than 5 or 6. So yeah, Gale's going to be in 7th place. Gale Weathers. Moving on. In 6th place, we're going to have Jessica. She is the other Ghostface, other than Marco, and I think they did a lot better with her. And that's actually one when my co-host for the Keeping It Real podcast, she and I went and saw it together, and she called it like 30 minutes before the reveal that Jessica was going to be Ghostface. Because we were watching it, and it's the scene in the coffee shop where Tatum is hiding from Ghostface, and Ghostface actually goes in and enters in the code to the door and gets in. And I'm sitting there messing with her. I'm like, ooh, somebody that has a password. And she looks over at me. Is it the neighbor? So, yeah. We definitely knew that she was going to be Ghostface. I knew just about the time that she went and unlocked the door like that with the password. She's kind of predictable, but at the same time, she's not, because you're expecting her son to be Ghostface. Because Lucas is her son. And I really enjoyed her reveal. I liked her kill with her face actually peeling from her head. So yeah, she would have been a lot higher on this list if it weren't for how much better everybody else was. So yeah, 6th place is going to be Jessica. In 5th place, we have Chad Martin Meeks. He is Randy's nephew. He's been in 5 and 6. I did not like him in 5. I couldn't stand him in 6. Just like his twin, Mindy. I think they both did really good in this one. And I think that they would have been higher if Sidney had chosen not to come back again, or if Tatum wasn't a character. I think they would have been a lot higher. Those of you who have watched my videos up until this point know that I don't particularly care for the twins. But they definitely did a good job here. I think Chad really improved a lot between 5 and 6. No, between 6 and 7, I'm sorry. And then Mindy did a lot of improving between 6 and 7. And I do like the characters a lot. I don't know how they worked around Sam and Tara not being there, because Tara and Chad are supposed to be together. But, yeah. 4th and 5th place is going to be Chad. Keeping with the twins, in 4th place is going to be Mindy. Again, they did a lot better job in this one. I think in the last 2, she was like 8th or 9th. Somewhere around there. But yeah, for her to move all the way up this far with one movie is a big deal for me. For me to like her character that much more. And yeah, I think that they did the best job that they could with what they were given for the twins in this movie. They weren't given very much time. They weren't given very much in the script. The twins aren't in this movie as much as they were 5 or 6. And I really enjoy that, because it gives them a chance to really, like, improve and be better. And I'm hoping that they're back full swing in Scream 8, and that they have improved a lot, and that they keep up with it. So yeah, 4th place is going to be Mindy. In 3rd place is going to be Hannah, which is the McKenna Grace character, the one that is killed in the theater. I love this character. I think that if Sydney and Tatum weren't characters, that she definitely would be first. No matter how good the rest of the characters were, I think she would have been first. I love this character. I love McKenna Grace. I love any movie that she's in, I'll check out, because I love her. I love her acting. I love the kind of person that she is. I'm looking forward to the new Scooby-Doo with her in it. And I think that she did really good in this one. And she gave a lot to this movie too, with her doing the ending song for it. She did a lot of stuff for this movie. And I think that she had the best kill in the entire franchise. Yeah, I didn't too much care for the diva side of her. The one that's got Aaron scared, the character of Aaron, which he's not in this ranking list because he's not a big enough character. He didn't have a picture in the credits. But yeah, 3rd place is going to be Hannah. In 2nd place is going to be Tatum. For once, Sydney is going to be 1st place. I really did love this character. But again, just like some of the others, I feel like she was underused. I think this movie would have been a lot better if Sydney had kind of taken a back burner and Tatum had been more of a character. They both did an amazing job in this movie. I think it is some of Sydney's best acting. Tatum, I haven't seen that actress in anything else, but I'm looking forward to seeing what else she does. She definitely has a bright future ahead of her in acting. She's already had a career in acting. I think, really, I like that they waited this long to give Sydney a daughter. Just because I don't think, in 4, I don't think that they would have been able to do as much with her. Because they had Jill, they had Robbie, Charlie, Kirby, everybody else. And I don't think that they would have been able to do as good with her being a child at the time. But yeah, 2nd place is going to be Tatum. In 1st place, and for the first time in this franchise, Sidney Prescott is going to be in 1st place. I think this is some of Neve Campbell's best acting was in this specifics, in Scream 7. Y'all know me. I'm not much a fan of Sidney Prescott. But I did really love her in this one. I think that Neve Campbell really sold it finally in this one. That she's over it. She doesn't want to deal with it anymore. And she especially doesn't want her daughter knowing about it. And I think that Neve Campbell was given a lot more to work with in this one. I love that Kevin Williamson came back to write this one and that he directed it, because I don't think that Neve would have come back without Kevin. And I love the way that they took with her. Like, I love the direction that they took with her in this movie, to where she's a mom now. Like, that's all that she cares about is her children. And I think really that's what made her go up so high in the list, to where now she's in first place. Sidney Prescott moving. And there you have it. Scream 7 came out in 2026. And it's probably my favorite Scream movie of the franchise. I absolutely adore this movie. As y'all can see, I got my Scream shirt. So you pull it up and it's got Burn It All Down, Scream 7. I absolutely love this shirt. My grandma got it for me. But yeah, y'all check out Scream 7. It's out on digital now. It will be out on Blu-ray June the I don't know, sometime in June. I've been hearing some people say the 11th. I've been hearing some people say the 16th. But yeah, thanks you guys for watching. I'll see y'all next time.